Hi, my name is Claire Bauer, and today I'm going to be talking about various topics related to the physical and cognitive development in early adulthood. The first question I'll be addressing today is how life conditions that accelerate telomere shortening are a result of hereditary and environmental issues, ultimately causing biological aging. Now, to begin with, biological aging is a natural process. It happens to all of us. The progression of growth and development through childhood, adolescence, middle adulthood, and late adulthood all show signs of decline in our bodies. According to Burke, we do not yet completely understand the full process of biological aging. However, studies have shown that it results from many different variants: individual cells, level of tissue, DNA, organs, etc. One viable theory Burke explains is that aging genes directly affect the biological changes our bodies go through. A type of DNA, referred to as telomeres, protects and shelters chromosomes. This acts as a defense from aging and other diseases, such as cancer. When these cells duplicate, it protects for longer periods of time, increasing the lifespan. However, telomeres gradually grow shorter and shorter, becoming senescent. Eventually, telomeres wear away and aging occurs. Research further shows that biologically, if the parents of an individual have healthy DNA, this is inherited by their child. It's important to note that risk and protective factors are also inherited and affect an offspring's lifespan. Lots of studies have focused on understanding what shortens telomeres. Corbett and Alda, writing for the Journal of Psychiatry Neuroscience, investigate what affects short and long telomeres. They found that chronic disease was a recurring factor in individuals with short telomeres, particularly in the white blood cells. Since the white blood cells are responsible for the immune system, when telomeres are shortened, there is a higher risk for disease and death at an early age. Negative behaviors like smoking, drinking, overeating, and lack of exercise shorten telomeres at a faster rate. So biological traits, as well as chronic diseases and risk behaviors, all affect the length of telomeres. Healthy life choices promote healthy and long telomeres, but the opposite is also true of unhealthy life choices. Now, question 2 asks why people who are in a committed relationship have a much higher chance of having an active sex life and feeling sexually satisfied when compared to individuals who are dating several people. This question points to studies conducted in the 1980s about the sexual activity of normal American adults. Findings showed that individuals who are in a committed relationship most commonly met through social ties, whether at school, at work, community events, or family connections. These individuals were sexually active and very satisfied with their committed relationship. The alternative, dating several different partners, was often linked to casual sex, short-term commitment, cohabitation for different lengths of time, marriage, and eventual divorce. Individuals who dated several partners, especially women, showed signs of increased emotional distress, depression, and mood sways. Burke concludes that those who reported the most sexual satisfaction were emotionally secure and involved in a long-term relationship with one partner. Moving on to question 3, let's talk about how expertise affects information processing. Burke confirms that expertise increases with age and advanced education. The expansion of knowledge and experience in a particular field result in expertise. Expertise directly affects information processing. Why is expertise necessary for, but not the same as creativity? Well, creativity is dependent upon the level of expertise that an individual has. As expertise increases, so does creativity. The ability to reason, use logic, and critical thinking to apply knowledge to practical situations, and finally, to specialize in a particular field, all require expertise. With increased cognitive ability, so is expertise and creativity increased. Now let's address question 4. What characteristics of a student and college environment contribute to favorable psychological changes during the college years? First and foremost, developing self-concept, self-identity, and self-esteem greatly impacts the psychological health of individuals in this age bracket. The environment can either build or break down these essential qualities. Research shows that strong family ties, parental involvement, community support, and warm peer relationships are positive factors that contribute to psychological wellness. However, dating numerous partners, addictive practices, depression, and lack of an activity acts as an impetus, creating psychological problems. According to Pew Research Center, college students who are involved in religious and cultural activities often find a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction, avoiding common pitfalls of depression, anxiety, and other psychological challenges. Speaking of culture, there has been a debate about a term known as emerging adulthood. This term was developed by Jeffrey Arnott, who described emerging adulthood as one of the periods of life that everyone passes through. This stage came after adolescence and before adulthood. It was characterized by the feeling of being in between of two life stages, childhood and adulthood. The focus during this stage is on self. There are few responsibilities, lots of instability, but also lots of possibilities. It's a time, identity, exploration, and discovery. Culture plays a distinctive role in emerging adulthood. Some cultures have high expectations for individuals in this stage of life, and others establish the necessity of emerging adults finding their own path in life, whether it leads to a career, family life, marriage, educational pursuits, or other possible outcomes. Commitment was the defining factor in well-adjusted individuals in emerging adulthood. These individuals had self-acceptance and commitment to a particular goal that made them self-efficient and secure in their own identity. Our last discussion today contrasts the life structure of men and women. Daniel Levinson wrote a variety of books about adult development. 2 of these books, The Seasons of a Man's Life and The Seasons of a Woman's Life, address the differences and psychological theories behind this question. Levinson posited that adult development was occurred in eras or time periods, and personal and family relationships were of great importance. Along with the need for family connections and intimacy, Levinson theorized about the differing goals of men and women during development toward adulthood. Men often regarded career advancement as their highest aspiration, whereas women partially dreamt of achieving career fulfillment, while also longing for marital bliss. Because of these differences, men in their early 20s pursued their career, while women in their early 20s pursued family and relationships. In summary, the physical, developmental, relational, and occupational progression from adolescence to adulthood is a fascinating stage of growth. We learn from Burke that development to adulthood is flexible, extensive, and associative. Young adults who engage in committed work, study, and family activities overcome life's physical and mental challenges much better. Harnessing self-control, commitment, and challenges are keys to building resilience and a lifetime of success and happiness. Thank you.